Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're in front of the angry wall because I'm going to talk about a pro-gun organization, and I want you to know that I'm not here. It's going to sound like I'm dumping on them, and I'm not. Maybe in a way, maybe in a small way, but this is common. Oh, the lighting's terrible in here right now. Sorry, my main light just died. But let me circle this back. The constitutional carry law that was just passed in Georgia, signed into law by the governor. Good thing, right? That made 50% of the nation that would force the government to follow our, rights that are enshrined within the United States Constitution, given to us by our Creator, unalienable, right? Meaning you can't take them. It's a win. Many people see it as a win. And what it does is it allows those people who are not federally prohibited to carry a firearm for purposes of self-defense of themselves or others without government permission, without paying money for a card to say, I have paid my dues, I've paid my $200, I can continue on, or whatever each state charges. I don't know what Georgia's is, but you get the picture. I paid my fee, I have my permission slip. It does away with that. Now, some states, I think just about every state that has constitutional carry, will still offer that permit to prove that you are a resident of a constitutional carry state for reciprocity reasons. And we have to deal with that until there's national reciprocity. Again, all gun laws are infringements, and we should never have to pay a licensing fee for a constitutional guaranteed right. That's a Supreme Court decision. Well, there's a group in, I guess they're national, but they're based out of Georgia from what it seems to me, from what I've been able to find on them. And I haven't really heard much about this group, which is why I'm not trashing them, because I don't know, other than what I've read in the last couple hours to research, I'm not really sure I don't know people in the group and stuff like that. But this is the National African American Gun Association, the NAAGA. And they've come out against constitutional carry in Georgia, SB 319. Now, when I read the headline, like most people, I was like, what? Because it said, in fact, I'll link it down below, but it says pro-gun group comes out against Georgia's new gun law. And it's an Atlanta station. So I read it, because you should never just read the headlines. That's what, ultra-lefties do. But yes, this group has come out, and it seems that they're not in favor of constitutional carry because they do a lot of training. Now, I don't want to assume, I'm not going to make the assumption, but it sounds like the way this article's written, and you know how articles are, sometimes they're taken out of context, but it sounds like they're upset because people don't have to go get trained now. Everybody who is a gun owner who wants to do things the righteous way and be responsible should get training, but it should never be mandated training, because once you let the government tell you what kind of training you need to get before you can exercise it right, you're never coming back from that. But again, the group is the National African American Gun Association, and I'll have a link to them down below if you want to check them out. But what they said, and this came from Philip Smith, who was quoted in this article, and he said, "We're about training African Americans how to shoot, how to take a firearm, and learn how to protect themselves and loved ones." Very honorable. I think every trainer out there should train everybody, regardless of creed, color, religion. I don't do the one segment thing, but I understand some people are comfortable going with people who look, dress, act, pray just like them. I get that, and I'm not gonna stomp on that. And I'm glad that they're getting more people into gun ownership, being responsible gun owners, and shoot and stuff like that. And from what I've seen on their website, a majority of their members are female. Win all day long. Another quote from Mr. Smith said that we are about 45,000 members nationwide, over 120 chapters. And in Georgia, I'd say close to 2,000. A lot of folks. Typically, to be honest, looking at African Americans in the country, we've not really had introductions to firearms like other communities. We're big advocates for the Second Amendment. We try to be very open in terms of the conversation because obviously some people are not advocates of the Second Amendment. And he's right. In fact, Reno May just did a video. I was in the gym on the treadmill watching it, and he talked about the difference of being pro-gun versus pro-2A, and he was spot on in that video. There is a difference. There are people who like to own a gun, but they're not necessarily a Second Amendment advocate. And there is a difference. He said that my fear is, related to the constitutional carry, my fear is that you'll have a lot more people buying guns that aren't trained in the details of the gun. That's my biggest fear. That's where I have an issue. Because I know he means well. Yes, everybody who owns, buys, purchases, has, transfers, borrows a firearm should absolutely get training because you need training. But who am I to tell somebody else what they have to do? That's not my place, and I don't think that's anybody else's place here in America. So I get what they're saying, but to be against the law that stops the Constitution, or stops the government from stomping on the Constitution, for me, not a good look. Maybe we can get this done another way. Maybe he could have said, it's great that everybody who wants to have a firearm can do so unrestricted now from government intrusion. By the way, we offer training and education, and we would love to get more people trained. That would be a great way to go about it, in my opinion. Channel 2, this is who did this article, then asked Smith if he was concerned that more African Americans will become victims of gun violence. And he said that's always something, or an element that we will consider. That's something that's always prevalent in our minds as black men, as a black community, because we're oftentimes the first to get hit with something. I'll be watching this very closely with what happens in our community. So, again, what do you all think about this? I'm taking the color part out of it because I don't give a shit about what color someone is, about what religion they are. I don't care who you sleep with. I don't care who you hang with or play basketball with. When it comes to the Second Amendment, you either are with me or against me. And God forbid it's time to do what the Second Amendment says it's there for. I need to know what side you stand on. That's where I come from. I know not everybody sees it that way, but I need to know, what do you think about a pro-gun group coming out against constitutional carry? Maybe not doing it the right way. Maybe if they just said, hey, I'm glad we have that, but people should get training and we offer training. I think that would be a better way, but I don't know anybody in the organization. If somebody reaches out, again, I'm not dumping on you. I just think that maybe this could have been taken out of context by the news media, and that I'd love to have everybody trained. Everybody who has a gun, thinking about a gun, should be proficient. And it kind of took me aside, and I figured the best place to go to talk about it was with you, my viewers, my friends, my family here in this community, in front of the red wall that is often indicative of anger in my channel. Not really angry about this one because he means well. Maybe you should have said it a little different, but that's why I'm bringing it to the community. What do you all think? Till we see each other again, be safe, stay vigilant, carry a gun to keep you, your friends, your family, your community safe, regardless of whether or not somebody says you need to pay for a permission slip to exercise that right. Don't forget to check out Blackout Coffee. I am a part owner, if you didn't know. And by buying Blackout Coffee, you support this channel. blackoutcoffee.com/GNG. We have coffee, tea, hot chocolate, many different flavors. Use code GNG10 to save 10% off of your order all day, all night, every day of the year. And I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Take care, y'all. And I will have a second video this afternoon because there's some other stuff that you need to know. Take care.